Hello, you. It's me. And I'm just going to let this video run of Gypsy holding Aurora. This was from Straight Outta Content. It says, "Oh my gosh, baby Aurora joins the party." This came out, I believe, yesterday. The only reason why I'm having it run is because a lot of people like myself felt that Aurora was not real, and this baby seemed to do the same kind of head movements every 3 to 5 minutes. But from what I understand, there are no reborn babies who move their fingers or move their toes. So I just want you to watch this because she does seem to move her fingers and toes, which suggests that Aurora is a real baby. And Gypsy has no idea how to hold the baby. You can tell by the way that she's holding Aurora here that she has no idea what she's doing. And the good thing about this is, according to Flawless Nina, who's very good about getting information about Gypsy, that she currently doesn't have custody of the child. The child is with Ken and his mother. His mother, Raina, is the one who has, I guess, custody, and Gypsy and Ken have supervised custody, supervised by Raina. And thank God somebody stepped in. Somebody finally did their job. And they're now protecting Aurora. And I am so happy to hear that. Because as we all have come to understand, Gypsy is truly a disgusting, despicable monster. Now, I have also heard Flawless Nina's rant, and I absolutely agree with her. Absolutely agree with her. Everything that she said about Gypsy and about Nick Godejohn. And I realized something. We're focusing in on the wrong person. We're focusing in on Gypsy. And she's not the person we should be paying attention to. We know that Gypsy is the reason why this crime occurred. We know that. And whether you believe her story, which is, 50 different ways to Sunday, whether you've read the documentation. But if we look at the documentation, again, we need to focus on Nick. Because Dee Dee, God rest her soul, is gone. All right? We still want justice for her, but she is gone. Nick is still living. Nick is still suffering at the hands of Gypsy. And although Gypsy might believe that, oh my God, that crime was 10 years ago, let's just forget it, we're not going to forget it. So instead, we need to focus on Nick. Now, I have no idea how to do this. I know that I have read most of the documentation to know that Nick was abused as a child, to know that he has had a really rough life. Just makes me understand all the more how Gypsy could easily coerce a guy who knows what it's like to have a hard time in life and want to save them. She used that so specifically. The only way we can be together is if you save me from my mother. She said that many times. And Nick I think mainly because of his disabilities, believed her, and he wanted to save her. And Nina was right. He should be considered a hero to Gypsy, not a POS, not a psycho, and etc., etc. The only psycho, in my opinion, allegedly, is Gypsy. So we need to stop watching her. We need to stop watching Kian. And we need to stop watching Ryan. Stop watching them all. Now, if you want to continue to watch, you can. I am not suggesting that you're terrible or awful or that you were whatever. I'm not suggesting you shouldn't watch them. If you want to watch them, go ahead. But this is what I would like to do moving forward. I would like to talk more about Nick. Now, I read some of the documentation, and like I said, he's had a rough, troubled life. There's a reason why he was on permanent disability. And his family, his father, I believe he has a brother. His mother passed away. You know, I want to get justice for her too, because she never got to see her son out of prison. But I am tired of the judicial system being so blind. It needs to stop. Now, I've considered the idea of, making justice for Nicholas Godejohn shirts, or justice for Nick, I don't know. And this is purely just so people will see it. They'll see it when they're out and about and doing things. They might not even know who Nick Godejohn is. So let us make sure they do. Now, I'm a creative individual, but I'm not really sure how to go about making shirts like that. And also, the money, I don't want to keep the money. As much as I could use that money, as we all could. I want to utilize that money for the t-shirts, for something for Nick. And I don't know what that could be. I don't know if he could use a better lawyer. I don't know if he could use, commissary things, foods and things, send it directly to him so he can buy some more food or something, or whatever he wants. I don't know what he wants. I am not connected in any way whatsoever. And so I throw it out to you guys. Maybe some of you out there are super t-shirt making creator people and could make a great shirt. I mean, it would be great if 50 creators made different Nick Godejohn shirts. I would wear one every single day. When I go out and about, whatever I'm doing, I want people to ask me, oh, who's Nick Godejohn? I want to be able to tell them what happened. And get the word out there so that maybe the right people will hear. And what I mean by right people is people who could do something about it. I know Toddy One Skip was really focused on writing letters, but she stopped that because I guess you could only do that for a certain amount of time. Again, I don't know legal stuff. I really don't. But it breaks my heart to think of this poor man who was coerced into a crime he didn't even want to do. But he wanted to save the woman he loved. And it just breaks my heart. Every time I hear it, it is so sad to hear the passion in Nina's voice. I get it. I get it. But again, our focus has been on Gypsy. And we don't need to focus on her. Aurora seems to be taken care of, and thank God for that. I don't care about the rest of them. I just care now about Nick. If we can get justice for Nick, then we can work on getting justice for Dee Dee. I think Dee Dee, I don't know her. I don't know anything about her. But I feel like as spoiled as Gypsy is, Dee Dee must have really loved and cared for her daughter. And I think she would understand if we wanted to put Nick first, because he is still alive and he is still suffering at her hand specifically. She made him do that. And I say made because remember, he does have, I think it's Asperger's. He is impaired mentally, and part of that impairment is easy coercion. And remember, he fought it all the way. Even when he was there, he tried to convince her to leave. So, but part of his mental difficulties are that he can be coerced into things fairly easily. She worked on him for over 2 years, 2.5 years. So we need to focus on Nick and what we can do for Nick. Now, I know this platform for me, this is a very tiny platform. But if we can spread the word, you know, maybe you know somebody. I have a great little audience here. You guys rock, and you guys know a lot of stuff. And I think it would be great if we can, you know, talk about it amongst ourselves, you know, leave some comments as to what maybe we can do. Talk to some bigger creators. Talk to Becca Scoops. Maybe she has some ideas. But I really want to get the word out that we need to help Nick. Fuck Gypsy. You know, she doesn't deserve the attention that she's given. And yes, I understand, and a lot of people understand. We want to report on all her lies and bullshit so that people know. And I will still do that. I hope everybody still does that. But we don't need to focus on her. We can laugh at her expense. That, I think, is completely reasonable to laugh at, in my opinion, a psychopath. Sure, we can do that. But I really think we need to focus more on Nick Godejohn. Now, how can we do that? I don't know. If you guys have any suggestions, please put them in the comments below. Please. If you guys want to make shirts and sell them, please do. I want 100 people, 50 people, 100 people, whatever, making shirts. I will do my best, even with my broke ass, to buy every single one of them. I'm not even kidding. Wearing a shirt 1 day a week, every day, every week, until we can figure out how to help him. Even if right now it's just giving him money so he can get extra treats and things while he's in prison. I don't know. I don't have the answers. But I feel like he is what we need to focus on. We need to focus on helping Nick. Nick deserves that. He doesn't deserve to be punished the way he's being punished. The way he's been punished his whole life. He doesn't deserve that. And I have so much sympathy and quite a bit of empathy for what he's going through. And being punished your whole life, he doesn't deserve that. So I'm literally asking you guys out there, if any of you have some ideas, I want to be a part of it. I signed a thing for Nick Godejohn. to hopefully be heard. I believe that all of his appeals are up. I don't know how to work it. Maybe one of you is a lawyer. Maybe one of you knows a lawyer. Maybe they can get some ideas, because I really don't know. But I really want to see justice for Nick. I want to see him out getting all the help that he needs mentally, being with his family again. I really want to see that in my lifetime. I don't want to see him pass away in prison. It's just wrong. And I know there are a lot of wrong things in the world. I know there are lots of injustices in the world. But this is one that you and I are following. And wouldn't it be great to see him free? Ugh. It just really gets to me. I'm not the angry person. I'm the crying person. Let's try and figure something out. I don't know. Any of you have suggestions? I will do everything I can to talk about it. I will post it in other creators' feeds. I'll do anything that I can. I don't know what I can do. I'm one person. I probably can't do much. But I really want to try on focusing on Nick and getting him something. Even if it's just to let him know people care about him. People want better for him. Even if it's just that. Maybe that's all we can do. I don't know. But I want to try. I really do. I want to try. So if any of you have any suggestions, let's try to start something. Or like I said, I don't know, maybe go to a bigger creator, get them on the platform. Maybe they can make some shirts. Like I said, anything, just anything to help. Because right now it just is terrible to feel so helpless that this monster, Gypsy Rose Blanchard, is, in my opinion, is out and about living her quote-unquote best life. Well, she's probably not, but that's what she wants everyone to think. She shouldn't be out and free. She shouldn't be. She's not even sorry for what happened. She doesn't care. All she cares about is herself and getting what she wants. And I don't want to put the focus on her anymore. She's not famous. She might be infamous. She's not famous. She is definitely not an influencer. Definitely not famous in that sense, like a Kardashian or a famous movie star. She's garbage. And I want to help Nick. So please, I have new subscribers that I'm so thankful for. I have my regular subscribers that have been around for a while. And you guys are awesome too. You guys have sent me stuff. You guys have given me knowledge. I am so appreciative of that. So if you guys have any ideas on how we can move forward, I would appreciate that so much, because Nick doesn't deserve this. Let's try and help him in some way. I don't know what way. In some way. So please, let's talk about it in the comments. Let's try and figure something out, because I just can't stand it anymore. I'm tired of injustices. And at least with this one, let's try to make it right in some way. I don't know how, but let's try. Anyway, that's all I got to say.